Hey guys, Monday, May 11th, we've got another week of home workouts for you. We don't know when this is all gonna end and when we're opening back up again, but we do know that we'll keep posting these workouts for you every day until we can do that. We've got a very straightforward, simple workout today. Lots of movement. It's gonna get your lungs burning. We've got a lot of opening and closing of the hips, so we're gonna get a lot of that, a lot of those hip flexors all warmed up and spicy, and then a good amount of core work. So really straightforward, like I said, we're starting that 15-minute AMRAP with 45 seconds of cardio. If you have a rower at home, you're gonna do 15 or 12 calories. Another easy one would be about a 200-meter run, something that takes you about 45 seconds. If you wanna switch it up, you can go into butt kickers, up downs, burpees, high knees, jumping jacks, jump rope, whatever you wanna do, just get your heart rate up for 45 seconds. Then we move into 15 ground overhead. We've been doing lots of these. Whatever implement you're using, we just want it to be going from the ground to a full lockout overhead. If the weight's light enough that you can do that in one motion like Rob is, treating it like a snatch, great. If it's a little heavier and you're gonna need to do more of a clean and jerk, then that works too. What we wanna think about today for that ground overhead is having it be a leg-driven movement, not back and arm-driven. So what we want to see is that press off the floor through the legs and then a nice big jump to get power and finishing overhead. So if we go back to the ground, Rob's going to start, he's going to have a big leg drive and then explode to get that momentum up overhead. So we really want you focusing on the legs for that ground overhead. Then we've got 15 tuck-ups. We've been getting real familiar with these. What we want to think about in our tuck-ups today is maintaining tension through the whole movement. So even when he's extended in that tuck up, he's still maintaining somewhat of a hollow position and then pulling in, knees and chest come together. We don't want to be letting ourselves kind of flail and sprawl out at the bottom. If you think about this transitioning over into things like a pull-up, especially a kipping pull-up, when we're holding tension through that whole movement, that's what we want to see here as well. So keeping tension the whole time. We want that done in 1 to 2 sets. Our goal for today's workout is we want every round done in under 2 minutes. So that means we're looking for at least really 6 rounds each, and then a challenge for you is to try to push into that 8th round, maybe even 9 for those of you who can move through these really quickly. One thing that's in the warm-up today is dead bugs. We do talk about them a lot, but they're a very effective thing when they're done correctly, but they're also something that's very easy to miss the mark on. So with a dead bug, when we set for a dead bug, we're gonna set in a neutral position, so don't move yet. So we're setting in a neutral position, his shoulders are off the ground, ribs are tucked down, and he's pressing his low back into the floor. So we want that hollow position. From there, he's extending his opposite hand and opposite leg only as far as he can go where his low back stays pinned to the ground. So go a little bit less. So if that is there for him, then that's fine. Again, keeping tension throughout, keeping that low back. If you start to lose it, that's fine. Relax, and then come back to neutral and try again. Make sure when you're doing these that you're actually creating a lever. So if you think about the position that you're in, I don't want my arm or my leg to change that position. So as I raise and lower my arm, it's staying frozen where it is. I'm not tucking in and then extending out. We're keeping it where it is and creating some resistance with that leverage there. So back stays tight to the ground, core stays engaged, ribs stay tucked under. And if you need to reset yourself back in neutral, go ahead and make the most of these dead bugs. Have a great workout.